All right, we're live. Today we are talking about our famous potato wedges. This video is long overdue. We're gonna talk about it. So first things first is our potatoes. Let's talk about them. We get a ton of these potatoes in a week. How many do we get in, Ruben? 20? 24? Sí. For wedges. 25 to 30? So we get 25 to 30 cases of these guys a week. I said in a previous video, like when I used to do inventory, it was like 16 cases of these a week. So we go through a ton of them. So let's talk about it. These are Idaho potatoes, russet potatoes. Potatoes come in 50-pound cases. Now the difference between the cases are the number of counts. So we get a 60-count potato. That means for every 50 pounds of potatoes, there should be 60 potatoes inside. You can get 50-count potatoes, you can get 70, 80, 90. And so if you get a lower count, the potato is going to be bigger, obviously. If you get a higher count, the potato is going to be smaller, because if you get 100 potatoes per 50 pounds, you're going to have about twice as many potatoes in the same area, so it's going to be smaller. So first part of our process is we get these in and we rinse these off. You got to rinse these potatoes off. So put all the potatoes in the sink, we wash it off, get it nice and clean. Then the next step of our process is our wedge cutter. This is our trusty wedge cutter. It doesn't have the bottom part on it because we clean that every time we use it. This is what it looks like. And so this guy is an 8-blade cutter. So we get our potatoes, we put it in here, we attach it, attach the potatoes, and it cuts it into 8 slices. We used to do a 6-count or 6-piece wedge cutter before. This is probably when we first opened. And when we did that, at that time, we were using a smaller potato. And so we were doing, bigger cuts. And so we kind of changed the size just to get it perfect. Some people like their wedges a little thinner. Some people like a little thicker. We found that the 60 count with the 8-cut wedges gives like the perfect size. And so that's why we do it, and that's what we do right now. So one of these cases yields about 2 bus pans of potatoes. So I'm gonna put this back and I'm gonna show you a bus pan of potatoes. Ugh, getting my workout today. So a little bit of history on the wedges. It's something we've done since the beginning. My wife knows a lot more of the history. I joined the family back in 2008, but they've been doing wedges forever. And when they first came to Cincinnati, the wedges used to be hot and spicy. They actually made spicy potato wedges. That's the way it was when Richie's was founded back in Frankfort, Kentucky. But up here, the palate wasn't at that time ready for that spice level. And so the wedges got a similar marinade to our chicken, and it would be in these big containers with the spicy seasoning. We do still make spicy wedges for the crew. Let us know if you think we should bring spicy wedges back for the public. So I'm gonna grab some potato wedges, just to let you know what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna show you what we got. So after we cut our potatoes, we get these nice, pretty wedges right here. You can see one. That's what they look like, about that size. And we get a whole container of these. We get like 2 of these. We go through a ton of these potatoes a day. It is our #1 selling size. So that's where it happens now. We have it in water just so you don't get that oxidation process that turns it brown. And then the next process, and we'll show you a little bit more once we start getting the fryers all fired up for the start the line. We'll show you a little bit of that process. So the next part of the process is, this is where the magic happens. This is our famous wedge flour. It's our own blend, like our spicy flour and our other blends that we use, our fish flour. This is our blend for Richie's, and this is where it happens. And so we take those wedges, we go in flour first, and then we go into water, and then we go flour again, get a double coat, and then we'll go right into the fryers. And we'll show you a little bit about that a little bit later. But that is the basics of the process, and they are delicious. They take about 7 minutes to cook. We got to make sure we shake them so they don't stick, all that good stuff. But I personally like my wedges when they're out. I like them right out the grease. Let me know if you're a thick wedge or thin wedge. We got customers that like them real nice and thick, others that like them thin, more like a fry. For me, the perfect potato wedge is crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, is a nice thick one. But we have customers that love just the skinny wedges. The other debate that we hear a lot is like some people in the comments, I've heard everything from JoJo's is the most common. We get that. We got a lot of people from Cleveland that call them JoJo's. We also have heard them called potato logs. And a new one that I've heard is Western fries. Never heard of Western fries. I guess we're not in the West, we're in the Midwest. But Western fries is a new one. Have you ever heard of Western fries?
Western fries?
Yeah, people in the comments have been calling potato wedges Western fries.
I've heard of JoJo's.
Yeah.
Wedge fries.
Potato logs.
Yeah, potato logs.
Western fries is the new one. But yeah, I personally like my potato wedges. I do a ketchup hot sauce mixture. It is delicious. Other people like ranch. Other people, you like yours loaded. You put all this stuff on it. My daughter likes cheese. She's been pushing me. She says, we need a cheese sauce here at Richie's. That's how she likes hers. She likes to dip our wedges in the cheese sauce. I don't know. So, a couple minutes, once we fire up these fryers, we're gonna give you an overview of that whole wedge process that I talked you through. And we're even gonna try one at the end. It's gonna be delicioso. So, I'm just gonna do 4 quick ones really quick. We're actually doing a batch of wedges. We're gonna do like half a bus fan in here. But first step is we're gonna get a nice coating and then we're gonna drop them in our water. We're gonna take the excess water off and we're gonna go back in the flour. And we do all of our breading pretty similar. We don't want thick clumps of breading. We really want to feature the food. We don't want you to eat a bunch of breading. So we are always looking to shake off excess breading. So you can kind of see, just a nice even coat, no big clumps or anything like that. And then from there, we're gonna throw them in the fryer. Normally when we throw them in the fryer, we're gonna throw them loose because we're doing big batches, so we'll shake them out. I'm only doing 4, so I'm gonna put them in a basket and rock it out. While we're waiting, let's check out the process. This is our regular chicken we're breading right now. And this is our seasoned water. This is a break from our regularly scheduled program. As I said before, like our wedges, our chicken, we always go with the thin coat. Not a lot of breading on top. Thin coat, nice and pretty. We got 3 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna have to show you my ketchup hot sauce thing. I'm gonna show you the proper way to eat a wedge so you guys know.
Later.
Look at these golden things of deliciousness. This is the perfect wedge. I'm gonna show you. See this? See that steam? I'm gonna season this up before I break it and show you. Perfect wedge to me. All right, you see that? Start with your nice rigid ketchup. Now you gotta follow with the hot sauce right across. Then that's how you eat a wedge. So good. See that steam? See, soft on the inside, crunchy on the outside. That's it for today. 10 out of 10. This is how I eat my wedge. How do you eat your wedge? Western fries, JoJo, whatever you call it, potato log. So this is our episode about potato wedges. Hope you enjoyed. If you like more content like this, please like and subscribe. Boom, we're out.